the hood champion boxing and sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Teofimo Lopez is he's in tough this weekend when he faces his opponent, man, Sandor Martin. I'm telling you right now, what this reminds me of is kind of like what Terrence Crawford is going to this weekend as well. Kind of sucks that they're both fighting on Saturday. So some people have to kind of pick and choose, which fight they want to watch. And it's just really unfortunate because when you look at this card that Top Rank put together, it's a vicious, vicious card. But Teofimo Lopez is in kind of tough because the guy he's fighting is coming off of 11-fight win streak. And his last fight was a unanimous decision win over Jose Felix Jr. this past April. And it's been his dream to fight at Madison Square Garden. Same thing with Terrence Crawford, fighting this weekend against somebody who's coming off of 6 straight wins. All 6 have been knockouts. So you can't help but feel Teofimo's going to win, Crawford's going to win their fight, but they're both in tough. But as far as the undercards, Teofimo's undercard totally outshines most of the undercards that we've seen this year. You got Jared, the real big baby Anderson, who's fighting, looking for his 13th straight knockout. That's crazy. You got Xander Zayas. Now, if you guys don't know who Xander Zayas is, you need to go out there and look at his clips. This guy, man, can fight. He's really, really good out of Puerto Rico, man. He is a monster. Then you got, of course, Teofimo. We already know who he is, what he's about. Although he's in tough, I think he should pull through. But Keyshawn Davis is another one, man. You know, these guys going to the Olympics and medaling, like he won the silver. Like you just don't go to the Olympics and end up getting a medal if you don't have something special about you. Even in that fight with Roy Jones where he got robbed of the gold, the guy there would have won the silver. So even though Roy Jones totally outclassed him, there was something special enough about the guy. And yeah, true, he was getting some help, but to get him to the Olympics and to get him in a position where he could have medaled, all right? So when you look at this, I'm telling you right now, for me, I'm definitely watching both because myself, like a lot of you, we have a way we can figure out how to watch these fights. But I'll have to toggle back and forth. But if I didn't have the opportunity to watch both and I had to make a decision on which fight I was going to watch, I don't know, man. I may lean more towards this Teofimo fight and this fight card. Even though I would want to see Bud Crawford fight, it's just these are all home runs that Bob Arum and Top Rank put together. All these guys fighting on here, Xander, Keyshawn, Jared, Teofimo, these are all grand slams that they put on this fight card. So I'm really looking forward to it. But when we talk about guys with a lot of kind of, I would say, promise, you're looking at the next generation here. Now, Teofimo's already kind of established, but Jared Anderson's next generation. He, in the next couple of years, it could be next year, but definitely by 2024, he's going to be one of those guys up there who's in contention for a heavyweight title. Like, he's right there. He's knocking on the door. Keyshawn Davis, he's right there. You know, he's got another year, 2 years, but he's right there knocking on the door. And Xander Zayas, again, another one there, man. Right there knocking on the door. So what we're seeing happening now with the Boots Ennises and the Rashidi Ellises and all these different names that, you know, we're hearing, but they really haven't got the opportunity yet. They're all knocking on the door. What we're about to see is a big turnover as far as the people who we've been watching for the last few years dominate these weight divisions. We're about to see a turnover and see these guys start to kind of phase off into retirement or doing something different, and this next wave of athletes is going to come on and try to carry the sport. And when you look at a guy like Xander Zayas, Keyshawn Davis, Jared Anderson, they have a lot of promise. But I definitely think that I'm gonna be honest with you. When it comes to figuring out these fight dates, and I get the Heisman, with Teofimo and fighting on the same day where they have the whole Heisman thing going on. I get it. It's kind of been, that's like Cinco de Mayo for, what's his name? Canelo, right? We know one of the biggest nights in college football, the Heisman, that's kind of Teofimo's thing, okay? So following the Heisman Trophy ceremony, Teofimo's going to get out there and do his thing, but I just wonder when they're picking these fight dates. I mean, do they not have? Did they like for Crawford and what? Did he not have any other options as far as a fight date? The Top Rank, deliberately planned this fight date to go head to head with BLK Prime. I understand in boxing with these promoters, it's competition, and sometimes I say, why don't everyone just alternate weekends? But then at the same time, not everybody has the kind of money to pay for a pay-per-view event back to back. Not everybody has the time to sit there, man, and every Saturday sit down and watch boxing. So when they decide to go head to head with these events they're putting on, I wonder if that's done deliberately or it's just a certain amount of dates throughout the year that are kind of coveted dates that are really known for being big for boxing, and everybody's kind of scrambling to just get one of those dates, even if that means they're going to be in competition with someone. And that's what I think I actually read that a couple of years ago. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it ends up being. There are certain like prominent dates throughout the year that are considered like, dates for like fight dates and certain times of the year. So where you see all these guys trying to lock down dates, lock down venues so they can host events around that time. And that's where you see a lot of competition always around the same times of the year. And it kind of makes sense, but I'm telling you right now, Crawford and his fight card, just because it's Crawford on there, that carries a lot of weight. But when you look at what Top Rank's put together here, it's a pretty big damn deal. So I'm looking forward to it. I just wanted to bring that to you guys. If you didn't know who was fighting on the undercard of Teofimo and this guy Martin, well, now you know. And it is going to be a very, very, very exciting fight card. All those guys on there come to fight. They don't come to have a tickling contest. They're definitely looking to get their guys out of there within the first round if they can. So that being said, y'all keep cool. Looking forward to the boxing this weekend. And looking forward to what's coming up in the next year. I mean, these promoters are in competition with each other, and you can tell everyone's trying to put together the best fight cards. That end of the year money's been spent. The budget for the next year has dropped, and you're gonna see huge fights in the first 6 months of 2023, and then towards the end of the year, you may see some things kind of fizzle off until they spend up all the money and the new budget allocation is afforded them. But right now, let's enjoy the boxing. Y'all keep cool. I'm in the breeze.